So this is really disappointing. So I have a crack in my tub. I installed this bathtub about 4 years ago, and there was a small leak coming from here. And basically my tub flange had cracked. And then when I went to remove my actual drain assembly, the tub actually just started peeling apart right around the drain. And everything's like flexible, like right around this drain area. Like there is really no thickness. This is only like about 1/8 of an inch thick. Really poorly constructed, really disappointing. And unfortunately, there isn't any way to just repair this. We're gonna have to remove this entire tub. So whether you had something like this, or you had a major nick or scratch, or you had some kind of leak, you know, having to remove a tub when you have all new tile in here is definitely something that takes a little bit of precision to do, but I'm going to show you how to go about removing this tub. So this particular model just has a set screw at the bottom. Huh.
That means it's in the basement.
Yeah. Okay, so bigger tiles like this, I mean, we're basically just going to be smashing it out with a hammer, but my objective is basically to pull out the backer board a little bit below this top layer. So I'm going to be trying to prevent from damaging the board right at the top of here, because I want to try to basically waterproof into the existing waterproofing that I have there. So I'm just going to literally just start smashing it out with a hammer. So you can see all my trowel lines here. I do not really consider that good coverage. That kind of means that either my thin set had kind of dried up on me, or I wasn't getting a good bond here, but that does make it easier to pull the tile out, that's for sure. Chipped that tile, didn't I? This is what you try to avoid. That stinks. Ah. Ah, dang it. This stuff is so delicate. Ah. Why is that splitting off of there, man? Against the grout and pushing it off. Dang it. What the hell is the thing? Okay, so I'm not being delicate enough, and I'm chipping more tiles, and I'm going a lot further than I want to. So I'm gonna just use my grinder and basically cut this to prevent this, because I think what's happening is that this is a epoxy grout in here, and it's hard enough that when I'm pulling this off, it's chipping off the corners of my tile. So I'm gonna just first off just score the grout joint. But imagine if you had porcelain, this probably wouldn't be a problem, but I'm gonna cut out this one now. And I didn't want to get an oscillating tool necessarily for this grout joint, because if you touch the sides, you're gonna end up chipping the towel anyway. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cut next to the grout line and be a little bit more delicate with cutting this out. I just can't believe that's the way that pulls that. Oh, you know what? That's what it. Is that what it is? It's my leveling clips that are making it hit that. Yeah, see, I mean, it's just crap tile. That's all I can say.
How much was it a square foot?
I mean, I don't even know. Probably $2. All right, well, didn't work out the way I had hoped. There's two things here that was really problematic. One, I had really tight grout joints, so you really can't even, I mean, and this was epoxy grout as well, so it's a very strong grout. And any type of oscillating grout tool was probably most likely still going to be damaging that tile. And then as you were seeing, as I was beating this apart, it was just chipping the tile. So I'm kind of already halfway through the tub surround because I got this one's cracked, this one's cracked, this one's cracked, and who knows how many more I'm going to be in for here. So, you know, the other problem is that it's foam board behind here. I have that Go board foam board, which is a great product. You know, it's waterproof, but it doesn't, you know, when you try to tear tile off of it, it just wants to break off in chunks. So I'd have a really hard time waterproofing and seaming this correctly and getting it even with this tile. I used a Euronotch trowel, and basically it's just going to be really hard to maintain the waterproofing around here. So in a lot of ways, it's just going to be more simple just to tear this all out and just start all over again. Really disappointing. Really, what a waste. What a waste is all I can say. So lesson here, buy a quality tub so you don't end up with this type of situation. All right. Well, at least you can take out your frustration from Delta by tearing this all out. So, you know, thanks a lot, Delta. I appreciate it. All right, I'll have to bring my truck over. So this was part of my tub shower replacement course. I have 42 tutorials on going about this step by step. So I hope you enroll, because if you're planning on doing a project like this, this is really going to help you out. So most likely you'll probably have an older bathroom than what I'm displaying here, but I'm going to have all the links, all the different information in each one of these tutorials. And best of all, if you have any questions about your own bathroom, I'm here for support. You can leave a question down below any of these tutorials and I can get back to you with some hopefully helpful tips on how to go about do this. So thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.